What happens when you mix a little tint color we have called Bali to Watermelon Double Gradient with a Transitions XTRActive Brown lens and this beautiful Masunaga Model 100? You get a magical combination of elements. Don't go anywhere. We're going to talk about it. How's everybody doing? It is your friendly neighborhood optician, Daniel Brunson, and you have landed on the Hicks Brunson Eyewear YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being here. I'm glad you're here. On this channel, I like to talk about my favorite indie eyewear brands and cool lens technologies, and custom tinted Transitions lenses is a lot about what we talk about here, and that's the topic of today's video. If you want to see more content like that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below, and that way you won't miss any of my upcoming videos. All right, now let's get into it. I'm a big fan of Masunaga Eyewear, the brand. This frame that I'm wearing right here, this is my favorite frame in my entire personal eyewear wardrobe. This is the 000 in polished black. This model has been around since the 1960s. I love it so much. I wear it all the time. I wear it to formal events. I wear it with casual weekend polos. I wear it with baseball caps when I'm just kind of hanging out on the weekend. I feel like it goes so well with everything. It captures the essence of the 1960s look very, very well. And I've actually, I've actually done a whole video on this frame that I'll link to about the history of it, how it dates back to the 60s, how a version of it, a model of it, was put in the time capsule in Osaka in Japan at the World's Fair in 1970. It's a great design, and I love it, love it, love it, and it's very popular, and you can shop it online at hicksbrunson.com. But today, I'm talking about a different Masunaga model. Talking about one that came out about 2 years ago, 1.5, 2 years ago, thereabouts, Model 100. And I'm just going to hold them up. The reason I started out talking about the 000 is because Model 100 was made as an homage to the 000 down here. They just wanted to create a version of the 000 that is basically more or less the same size, but it kind of has a slightly wider appearance, a slightly different bridge structure. It's really, really good extension of the 000. If the 000 has been one that you have tried on before and you felt like it fit you a little high on the bridge, or it didn't look quite wide enough, I feel like the 100 just appears slightly wider on the face. So you might want to check out the 100. You can shop all the colors online at hicksbrunson.com. But what we're talking about today is a very special version of the 100, the lens tint, vis-a-vis the lens tint, the custom tint that we did. Don't know that this version exists anywhere else in the world. We've certainly never made it before. We took a custom tint color that we have here, and I'm going to hold it in front of a white background so you can see it a little bit better. This is Bali to Watermelon, and Bali to Watermelon is sort of a brownish amber color that fades to a watermelon. It's a double gradient tint, and we did this density at about a 35-ish%, maybe slightly darker than 35, maybe kind of pushing closer to 40, somewhere in that 35-40 zone. Which is a little darker than a standard Category 1 indoor, but not quite a Category 2. And we wanted to hit that density because we wanted the colors here in this Bali to Watermelon color. They're really rich colors. And this 100 that we have here, the frame color is navy demi-amber temples. And we thought that the Bali to Watermelon tint color would complement the frame color so well. We didn't want the density to be to a 30% or lighter, because sometimes they just don't show up as much that way. So we wanted it to really pop, and so we got it. I think we got the sweet spot here with this tint color. It looks really good on. It's just enough to really create that nice, cool indoor lens tint effect, but you can have no doubt about it. I got some lens tint in my lens. You can see it. It makes a statement, and that's one thing about it that is so very unique, especially in this colorway. And we used a Transitions lens as well, which I'll activate and show you here in just a moment. But I just want to point out first, viewing the world through Bali to Watermelon is very nice. I've talked a lot about the benefits of brown color lens tints. They make the world look so much sharper. They're high contrast colors, and they're high contrast colors because they block a lot more blue light than gray tinted lenses. So when you have this brown watermelon fade, it's kind of the best of all worlds of those shades of color, the ambers and the redishes and the reddish, amber watermelon. Watermelon's kind of a pinky red color. It kind of blends those colors together that create the good contrast and the sharp views, and it's very soothing to look out at the world in. Distance visual clarity is top notch when you're looking through colors like these, as you can see looking through it here. And so what happens when you pair this then with a Transitions XTRActive Brown? Well, you get some great benefits. When you step out into the sun, this lens is going to darken in only the ways that XTRActive by Transitions XTRActive Brown can do. It gets a little darker than Signature Gen S Brown, and it even has the capability to darken slightly behind the windshield, which no other photochromic in the world I'm aware of is able to do other than Transitions XTRActive. And I'll link to a video I made on that technology as well if you want to see what XTRActive, how it performs in the car. I took you on a car ride and I show you the point of view looking through the lens in the car. Fascinating stuff. It's great technology. If you haven't seen it, Transitions XTRActive Gen 2, that is what we have in this frame here. So let's just go ahead and darken it up. While I'm darkening it up, I will point out our client here wears progressive lenses. That just means that they need correction for both distance and reading, and so there's lots of progressive lens designs out there. We used a very good design in this frame for our client. We used the Shamir Autograph Intelligence, and it's known for having exceptionally clear fields of view, very wide fields of view throughout the distance and intermediate zone. That's the Transitions XTRActive Brown. Get those out of the way there. There we go. Nice dark brown look. Complements the frame so well. And while we're talking about Transitions colors, we've got Transitions Gray and Transitions Brown. This is the brown color for all the reasons I mentioned in the tint portion of the video. I love the brown color for its enhanced visual clarity, higher contrast, everything looks sharper, great for driving, great for viewing landscapes, and that is why I'm Team Brown, my friends. And let me know in the comments down below. I'm gonna do a video on specifically comparing gray to brown in the future, and I want to know, are you Team Gray or are you Team Brown? I think there's two camps of people out there. I have firmly planted my flag in Team Brown many years ago. I want to know what you are, because we're all different, and all of our brains and all of our visual systems are sensitive to different colors in landscapes and lens tints, and some of us just have a clear preference. It's kind of like Coke and Pepsi for some people. Team Gray or Team Brown? Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of this look right here that we created for our client. The Masunaga 100 frame, it's absolutely beautiful. Masunaga is known for crafting some of the best quality eyewear in the world, especially this series. Much like the 100 that I started out talking about, much like the 000 that I started out talking about, that's this one. The 100 has beautiful, durable, 7-barrel titanium hinge right there, very solid. This frame is a nice looking piece, nice quality Japanese acetate made by Masunaga eyewear. When you customize it in the way that we've done here, you create something truly unique. Perhaps no one else in the world has this particular look right here with a Bali to Watermelon tint. If you are interested in something like this, I'll make all of our contact information available down below. Reach out to us. Let us know if you have an idea. We'd love to give you some suggestions. We'd love to help you create your next great eyewear look. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next video.